bit about Renaissance.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to our first annual Sterling Silver Awards. Just to give you a little bit of information about Renaissance. It's a national movement, and basically what we're looking to do is recognize our wonderful students for academic achievement, for good school citizenship, and just all around doing what they're supposed to do here at Sterling. As you can see from our crowd and from our wonderful students in the back, this is going to be a wonderful evening. Before I move on, I have to recognize a few people, because without this one person in particular, this evening would not have taken place. I had talked to Ms. Camerata about this event a few months ago, and she decided that this was going to be her thing and she was going to run with it. So I'd like you to please recognize Ms. Mima Camerata for organizing this event tonight. And I'd also like to recognize the committee who really took charge and organized this evening. Ms. Ardell Volo, Michelle Llewellyn, Diane Merlino, Kristen Miller, Patrice Cahill, Rob Strauss, and Jennifer Neiman. And with their help, they organized this event for your sons and daughters. I hope everyone has a great night. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the festivities.
Okay, now everyone is all here, and you may all be wondering, how did these students get selected to be here tonight to receive this prestigious award? Each teacher in the building was advised to choose just one of their students that they would like to recognize. For many teachers, this was a task that was very daunting, seeing that we have so many great students here at Sterling. But they did it, and we are here to nominate only 34 students out of the entire Sterling student body. Throughout the program, you will hear from the teachers, and you will hear exactly why these students are so great. The nominees will also be hearing this for the very first time. They, as of right now, do not know who nominated them. It is a really big surprise, and they are really excited to find out who it was. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce the 2007 Sterling Silver Award winners. There's a lot of them. Keep clapping. Okay. For the rest of the evening, each Sterling faculty department will be told when to come out. The first department that we will start with is the individual education department. And our first teacher that is nominating a student will be Miss Stepesh. Please welcome her. Miss Stepesh is giving the award to two different students because Miss Houston was unable to attend tonight. So please, Miss Stepesh, the first winner.
And the winner is Danielle Barrett. Danny B, as we like to call her, possesses a willingness to help others, takes on responsibility without even asking, and she's just an all-around good kid. Danielle Barrett. second winner, Anthony Smith. Anthony has greatly improved in his work. He possesses strong willingness to help others, and Anthony has been attending school daily. I'm proud to have him in my class. Anthony Smith.
Our next staff member is Miss Rowland.
Good evening. It's very exciting. Let's see who the winner is. The winner is Frank Monadato. Frank, as a student, you've always given your very best efforts. As a participant of the Transition to Work program, your efforts have exceeded all expectations, and you're always willing to go that extra mile. As a person, your strong and positive attitude always defines you. Your smile, politeness, and willingness to please radiates through your role as student, worker, and friend. Our entire department is most proud of everything you've accomplished as a Sterling Knight.
Our next faculty member is Miss McDonald.
And the silver award goes to Salvatore Logadici. He's running. Okay. Sal is a student who, without this ceremony, might never get recognized for his improvements. Over the past few years, Sal has become a completely new person. He once was a student who didn't really care about school and often found himself in trouble. He has done a total 180 and now is one of the nicest, most diligent, conscientious students I've ever had the privilege of teaching. He comes to school every day prepared to make himself better. He is attentive in class and absolutely meticulous about his work. He is neat, organized, and such a pleasure to have in my class. He finds the patience to ignore the inappropriate behaviors of his peers and concentrate on his schoolwork, where before he might have been the one making trouble. He is kind and compassionate, polite and respectful. He is not a student involved in sports or clubs and is so quiet that you might not ever notice his presence, but he deserves to be recognized for the fine young man he has become.
Our next faculty member is Miss Thomas.
And the winner is Mike McLaughlin. Okay, Mike has been involved with the Transition to Work program since September. He's learned a multitude of jobs around the school, including landscaping, package delivery, cafeteria cleanup, pouring concrete, landscaping, painting golf carts. Mike's always willing to take on any task and helps others whenever needed. Michael is a diligent young man who deserves recognition for all of the hard work he has done around Sterling High School. Mike, you are the man.
The main
Our final Sterling faculty member for the Individualized Ed Department is Mr. Tucker.
And the winner is Stephen Cece. You got a lot of these, Steve. Swimming. Steve and I have been together 5 school years. Stayed an extra year to help him out with his social behavior, and he's doing great. I should mention that he's made Renaissance every time. That's quite an accomplishment. And everything that Mrs. Thomas said that Michael does, Stephen does now. He's with them, part of the group there. But I should say that he's done excellent with his studies. And by the way, Stephen, you're not going to get rid of me when you get out of here. I'm going to keep checking on you.
To represent the Science Department, Miss McVeigh.
The award for the highest average in chemistry advanced. And the winner is Courtney Amberg. Not only did Courtney consistently set the bar for grades on tests and quizzes, she also displayed outstanding work ethic and interest in all topics discussed in chemistry. Courtney was certainly among the top students in Chemistry Advanced this year.
To represent the Family and Consumer Science Department, Mr. Burrell.
And the winner is Jared Whalen. Jared Whalen is a student who is the epitome of a true Sterling Knight. He is the first to offer a helping hand and to aid in the assistance of another knight. Jared is a leader through his actions on the wrestling team. Jared is a gentleman and a shining example of how a knight should carry themselves throughout high school and life.
Our second faculty member for Family and Consumer Science is Miss Dobbins.
And the winner is Brittany Murtha. Not only is Brittany a conscientious student, she's kind and thoughtful. She offers help when I need it, and listens and gives advice when asked. And I will surely miss her when she graduates.
To represent the administration here at Sterling, Miss Owen.
I'm also going to present for Mr. Hiltner, so I'm going to do that first. And for overall team player, the winner is Michael DeShields. Mr. Hiltner says that Mike was a quiet, unassuming leader of our 20-7 boys basketball team. He volunteered to play the point guard position. In doing so, he filled a team need and sacrificed the chance to achieve his own personal statistics, and he was our overall team leader this year on the boys basketball team. Michael DeShields. And my nominee is Mr. Dan Camburn. You can truly tell the quality of a person's character by how they deal with adversity. And Dan has certainly had his share of adversity this year. Personally, he began the year, he blew out his knee, and he wasn't able to participate in soccer. But there he was on the sideline at every single game. And then he's had to endure, over the past couple years, a lot of changes in our ROTC program. But he was our commander this year, in charge of our unit, and he truly is a leader. And I really respect his goal to be a leader in our United States military. Mr. Dan Camburn.
To represent the math department here at Sterling, Mr. DeStefano.
And the winner is Matt Cullen. Matt Cullen is a student who has challenged himself here in Sterling's mathematics courses and has had great success because of his hard work. Last year I had Matt in a geometry course. He earned an A all on his own, came after school every day for extra help, asked me if he should move up a level next year. Sure enough, in September, he shows up in my Algebra 2 class, again gets another A because he stayed after every single day, showed some hard work, all right, with ease. He asked me after that course if he should move up again and try pre-calc with Ms. Forsyth, which is one of the toughest classes in the school. And right now, Ms. Forsyth has informed me that he's achieving in the highest level in her class also as well. So great job, man.
The second faculty member for the math department is Miss Neiman.
And the winner is Gabriella Verzilli. Gabby is one of the most helpful students that I have ever had. She graciously helps me all the time. She never complains. I send her on many errands, and she is always there for me. Interestingly, she was afraid to have me as a mathematics teacher for advanced algebra 2 because she heard that I was such a hard teacher. She not only has one of the highest averages in the class, but also is so motivated and does all of her work without any complaints. She is a doll.
And the final faculty member for the math department is Miss Dana Miller.
And the winner is Stacy Euland. Stacy is an amazing student, truly one of a kind. She's inquisitive and willing to learn, and her work ethic in the classroom pushes others to work much harder.
And to represent the Social Studies Department here at Sterling, Mr. Carpenter, who, by the way, is Educator of the Year.
Thank you. And the winner is Rachel Katita. Rachel Katita is an excellent student and a young woman of exceptional character. Beyond being intellectually gifted, Rachel is an incomparably motivated scholar who has consistently demonstrated academic initiative and motivation in her studies. Among her many contributions to Sterling High School, Rachel serves as president of the National Honor Society, is an Edward J. Blaustein Distinguished Scholar, and was selected as one of 3 Sterling students to attend the United Nations Student Leadership Conference in New York City in December. Rachel Katita is an integral part of Sterling High School, and her presence will be sorely missed next year.
The second faculty member to represent the Social Studies Department is Mr. Blumenstein.
And the winner is Catherine Ruggie. I've only been teaching here for a couple years, and Catherine is certainly one of the finest students to come through my classes. But Coach McElvain, who's not able to make it tonight, and myself would like to nominate Catherine for her hard work during practice, her commitment over the last 2 seasons, and her ability to lead others. All of these things have contributed to the success and the improvement of the program over the last 2 years. And she has just recently earned a position on the 4x4 relay team, which is going to be in the New Jersey State Championships this Saturday. But perhaps even better than that, all of these things have contributed to the success and the improvement of all of the student athletes on the team that surround her. So, Catherine, we hope that you have learned as much from Coach McElvain and I as we have learned from you. Thank you very much.
The next faculty member for the Social Studies Department is Miss Talent.
And the winner is Rachel Overpeck. Rachel is constantly trying to improve herself in the classroom and on the playing field. She seeks extra help and always tries her best at everything that she does. Rachel works hard for every point and works hard for every goal. Even though she's not always up for the challenge, she will always get the task done. She has learned how to budget her time wisely, which is an excellent skill as a freshman. She's one of the hardest working freshmen that I've had. Rachel Overpeck.
And the final Sterling faculty member for the Social Studies Department is Mr. Marlies.
And the award goes to Lindsay Schrader. The 2 things that made me choose Lindsay and the reason she sticks out, she's extremely hardworking and she's extremely independent. You don't find very many students who will come to you and say, what do I need to do to get better? How can I improve my grade? Come to you after school every day put in the work on their own. And this is what Lindsay does. And not only does she do that, she improves her grades. She has a full-time job. She's involved in athletics. She's involved in clubs. She is everything that students should be, and I feel she should be recognized for it. Lindsay Schrader.
All right, and the next department is the English department, and the first teacher will be Mr. Kelsey.
And the winner is Ruslan Abbasov. I've given my award to Ruslan for one thing and one thing only, honor. And it's a word which has many definitions to many people, and I'm not going to bore you by reading out dictionary definitions of what honor is. I think all of us know integrity, dedication, hard work, compassion. In the same sense that we teachers act toward our students and trying to mold them and help them and shape them, Ruslan has taken the burden and responsibility of an entire community upon his own shoulders. He's a big brother, he's a translator, he's even a chauffeur now. He is a hell of a young man, and I love him very much, and I'm very proud of him. Ruslan Abbasov.
The next English teacher is Miss Kristen Miller. I have the same problem.
I know.
I just wore really high shoes tonight.
I did too, but apparently it's not high enough.
Well, right now my feet are screaming, so...
So am I.
Hurry it along, please. Thanks.
Okay.
I'll show everyone in the reception room. Go ahead, Miss Miller.
Miss Chrystal Merrigan. It is an absolute pleasure knowing Chrystal as a student, as a cheerleader, and as an individual. She continually strives for excellence and perfection in and outside of the classroom. Not only does she receive excellent grades, but she is also willing to help out fellow students who are struggling with their academics. She is truly a leader and a role model for others. It has been an honor and a pleasure teaching and coaching.
The next English teacher is Mr. Mancinelli.
The winner is John Neckenchuk. I lied to you, John. John's performance in lyrics and literature was most commendable. He contributed a great deal of knowledge, insight, and thought to the class, and he was really invaluable in our discussions of music, literature, and film. It's especially important to have such contributions in a class that's running for the first time at Sterling, and I'd like to recognize and thank John for his efforts.
Our next English teacher is Mr. Patrick. Sounds good.
And the winner is
Charles Dickens. I'm doing a term paper. I'm like, no cards. Got stuck. Sorry about that. Oh my God. And the winner is Tyler Duda. I nominated Tyler because, by his own admission, he's more science, I guess, he said. And he struggled a little bit in the beginning of the English 4 honors course, but he persevered, he was persistent, he didn't come running after school and say, can you help me, can you help me? He just did his work, paid attention, slogged it out, and now he's getting, well, a good grade. Just want me to do this part? Yeah. Okay, here you go.
I thought you were going to give me one too. I will let everyone know that is the first time that has ever happened in my whole life. I might just go home and cry about that. All right, our next English teacher is Miss Hewson.
And the winner is Anthony Savana. Anthony is a polite, personable, and conscientious student who is a pleasure to have in class. He takes an interest in the material and is always willing to participate in discussion on a variety of topics. He is a young man of impressive integrity who volunteers his time for causes he believes in. Anthony is a real gentleman who can be depended upon to do the right thing in any situation.
And the final English teacher is Miss Gorby.
And the winner is Matt Snook. I never had the honor of actually getting to teach Matt, but the reason that I gave him this award is because I'm an English teacher here at Sterling, and every day I come here hoping maybe to inspire even one kid's imagination using literature. And Matt's artwork this year inspired me to rethink literature that I love and just captured my imagination. And there's some things that you can't teach, and one of those things is innate talent. Matt is one of the most gifted and inspiring artists that has walked the Sterling High School hallways. And the unique style of his work first caught my eye and then my imagination. And I've been honored just to be surrounded by his schoolwork throughout this year, and we'll really miss Matt and his incredible talent.
The following teachers here are members of the Art and Technology Department. The first teacher is Miss Morgan.
And the winner is Alexis Carbareno. Come on up.
Alexis is being nominated for the quality of her character. She is 1 in a million. She's a very sweet and positive person who, through her positive attitude, has risen above personal circumstances to achieve by always striving to realize her potential and exceptional personal gifts. Alexis is an example for all of us, me included, to follow.
The second member of the art department is Miss Miscali.
And the winner is Catherine Law. As an educator, it's exciting to witness a student develop their skills, particularly when one has had the pleasure of having the student several years in a row. In the visual arts, we can see this development because of the tangible nature of the subject matter. Katie has truly come into her own as a visual artist this year. Her passion is photography, and she has worked very hard to hone her craft, taking Saturday classes at Moore College of Art and the University of the Arts in Philadelphia. Her work not only shows creativity, but a sense of maturity and sophistication that comes with hard work and taking chances, allowing that creative edge to develop, which is not always an easy task. Two of her most recent pieces, Eye of God and Old Teeth, were displayed in the Media Center and in the Greater Arts Festival, receiving wonderful reviews. I am very proud of her and look forward to an exciting senior year. Thank you.
The final faculty member for the Art and Technology Department is Mr. Strauss.
Good evening. I'm going to create some drama and open this. Most people didn't. And the winner is Mike Lemmerman. Mike is a success in and out of the classroom. While in my architectural drafting and design class, Mike worked extremely hard on the various projects in class throughout the semester, most notably the amazing replica of Sterling's new gym. If you have the means, I highly recommend checking it out, which will be on display in the trophy case in the near future. Mike is also one of the top leaders of Sterling's junior ROTC program, serving as operations officer in charge of troop leading, drills, and inspections, and just recently he has now been appointed the head of the junior ROTC program for next year. Outside of Sterling, Mike spends a large amount of time with the Stratford Fire Department, and on top of all this, Mike always takes time out to say hello and chat, and is very polite, a hardworking young man who will undoubtedly go very far in life. And it's one thing that I didn't want to, I kind of wanted to ad-lib this, that not only has Mike made my first year here at Sterling just fantastic, he's not only one of my students, but he's one of my friends as well.
The final department handing out wins tonight is the World Language Department. Therefore, I must leave you for this portion of the program, so it's my pleasure to welcome Miss Miller, who will be the host for the remainder of the evening. Thank you.
The first member of the World Language Department is Mrs. Llewellyn.
Okay, and the winner is Rebecca Stewart.
Rebecca has the highest average in French 3 class. She speaks and writes French beautifully. Rebecca takes risks all the time in using the language, and yet every assignment and every assessment that she does represents the highest quality of work possible. Rebecca has also been very active in French Club. very committed to French Club. I'm very proud of all of her efforts and dedication to all things French. Thank you.
The next member of the World Language Department is Miss Rakowski.
And the winner is Tommy Redstreak. As a first-year Spanish teacher here, Tommy came into class with an interest in learning Spanish and a motivation to do well. He participated, asked questions, and did all that was asked of him. Tommy is an all-around nice young man as well, in that he befriended the exchange students and helped them adapt to the school environment. He is a kind and generous young man who is a motivated student and good athlete. He always has a smile on his face and a big "Hello, Miss R" whenever I see him in the halls or around school. He would always come into class and say "Hola" and "Que pasa" and find out how I was doing that day. He is a well-rounded, genuine, and good-natured person, and I believe he will do well and succeed in whatever he puts his mind to.
The next member of the World Language Department is Miss Camarada.
Hi. And my winner is Sam Del Pidio. I think he kind of had a clue it was me. Just a little one. Sam, or Santo as I know him, is a natural talent in Italian class. He has a passion for the language and culture that can be seen by anyone. Sam is always willing to help and is a pleasure to have in class. I hope you continue to study Italian in the future, on your own or in college. Mi mancherai moltissimo l'anno prossimo. He'll tell you what that means later. I'll make him.
The next member of the World Language Department is Ms. Bolo.
And the winner is Jeremy Dawson. Jeremy is a very mature young man who I have the pleasure to teach for 2 years now in Latin, and he demonstrates such a keen interest and passion for the study of Latin, the Roman history, Roman society. But more than that, Jeremy demonstrates a huge respect for his fellow classmates, for his teachers, and everyone that comes in contact with him. He's always willing to help his classmates when they need it, and he helps them mostly by setting a good example. Jeremy Dawson.
The fifth member of the World Language Department is Miss Galt.
And the winner is Dave Ruggie. I don't know Dave from the classroom. I actually nominated him because he's the tallest, and I wanted to stand up here with someone tall. No, seriously, it's my first year coaching volleyball, and that's how I came to know Dave. He's a varsity player, so I just get to be the silent observer. And what I've noticed is Dave is polite, and he's a hardworking young man. And through speaking to his teachers, I know, and they will tell you, that he is a diligent and hardworking individual. Though he is quiet, his actions and performance speak very loudly. And not only is he hardworking, but he is one of the most polite young men that I've seen pass through Sterling High School. So that's why I nominated you, David.
And at last, our last member of the World Language Department is Mrs. Merlino.
Last but not least. And the winner is Erin Meager. We saved the best for last. Erin came to us in late October, early November. It was a difficult transition for her to change schools. And also, she had to come into a class of just about 99% freshmen, and she's a sophomore. She's a terrific girl. After a little bit of a rough start, she just improved her attendance dramatically. She has straight A's. She's just terrific. I can't say enough. Erin Meager, everybody.
And I'd like to bring back Miss Camarada back out on stage.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. You made the night really special. I'm sure all the students greatly appreciated it as well as the faculty. In order to say thank you, we'd like to invite everybody to the cafeteria for light refreshments and photograph opportunities. Thank you.